Evening, I'm Leslie Marin in for Juan Fernandez.
And I'm Pat Harvey. Now, the standstill in Hollywood continues.
Major studios and those who perform and write their content can't make a deal, and the rhetoric from both sides is only intensifying.
Well, Tom Wade is here now with the latest on the, I'm going to call it a standoff, Tom.
Yeah, I think that's the right word, right? And right now there's no end in sight to it, so, and a standoff indeed. We're not even a week into the strike, and both sides are taking shots, and there's no sign of anyone going back to the bargaining table.
And they are acting like punishing feudal land barons.
A fired up Fran Drescher, president of SAG-AFTRA, on MSNBC, railing against the studios. Drescher claimed that one of the major issues that sent actors and performers to the picket lines, studios were not willing to discuss sharing streaming subscription revenues.
We have to go into the subscriptions pocket, and we were completely stonewalled.
The AMPTP, which represents the movie studios, also went on the attack, claiming SAG has distorted the offers made by the studios, and the AMPTP claims they offered SAG $1 billion in wage increases, residual increases, and other benefits, including first-of-its-kind protections for AI. SAG pushed back on those claims. Union Secretary-Treasurer Jolie Fisher on KNX Tuesday.
I'd like for them to come up with $1 billion. That would be awesome for 160,000 people to participate. This isn't movie stars screaming from their towers. This is working class folks who need just a little bit more.
To drive that point home, actress Mara Wilson tweeted, "I haven't acted much as an adult, but I was on a recurring character on one of the most critically acclaimed animated shows of all time, as well as playing an actual Disney villain. But thanks to streaming, I have never once made enough to qualify for SAG-AFTRA healthcare." The picket lines were in full force from coast to coast Tuesday, and celebrities continued to lend their star power to the cause. Kira Sedgwick on the changing media landscape and how negotiations are not like they were in the old days.
A lot of the streaming and studios are currently owned by tech people who don't really understand what we bring to the table. But I think that they don't understand or value what we do yet.
Deadline senior editor Dominic Patton.
We're in the second day of the first full week of SAG-AFTRA being a part of this labor action. And I would say the 160,000 members of the Actors Union now joining the almost 20,000 members of the Writers Guild who've been on strike for over 2 months is kind of like America showing up in World War II to back up Britain, who's been holding the front line. This is the game changer. This is a massive influx of influence, power, and visibility into what is clearly one of yet a number of labor actions that are bedeviling us here in LA.
Industry insiders have different predictions as to when this may end. Patton says it's possible we could see some progress in the fall.
As I exclusively reported on Deadline last week, behind the scenes, a lot of studio executives and what have you, they see this as going to around October, at least in terms of the Writers Guild. It's a little bit of a wild card about how far SAG-AFTRA can go. There is some discussions that it might be earlier, but of course, there's a lot of X factors involved in this.
Deadline's Patton, who you just heard from there, also told us he's never seen battle lines like this. He says both sides aren't just on separate sides of the table, they're in separate universes. Right now, he does believe the two sides will eventually reach a deal. Leslie?
Yeah, eventually, and when, right?
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Tom. Well, writers and some producers at KCAL News